What's up, parlay players and new parlay players? I just want to give a shout out to my buddy Bill Davis from the Tribe. This is his group over here, the Tribe on Facebook. Had a whole bunch of people join up in the Parlay Society. I had no idea where they had come from, and lo and behold, somebody said, "Well, I saw your post. I saw a post from Bill Davis directing people to your group." So I just want to give a shout out to Bill. And a little motivational piece for those of you that are running low on it, because sometimes working for yourself in the online space is a little lonely, and sometimes you might be fired up, you might have the false motivation going, but sometimes you just, you're putting stuff out there and you're not getting stuff back. So stuff like this is key. Networking online is key. Getting shout outs from people, from other folks that are looking at what you're doing. Keep putting it out there because you will get recognized. And also, you want to highlight folks and put them on. You want to spotlight what it is that they're doing, because it makes them feel good and it's feedback, and it lets others know that what you're doing is meaningful, and what they're doing is meaningful as well. We're all looking for feedback to make sure that we're just not talking into nothingness. Feedback is good, and this is a reminder here for me, and I'm hoping it's a message that hits home with you, because it's important. Sometimes we have our down days. Sometimes our little self-pep talks aren't enough. Sometimes what we're striving for isn't coming to us fast enough. But there's a post that I read from Ruffino and another great group that he runs called High Ticket something or other. I don't know what it is. I'll gotta look for a group. I'll post it when I'm done with this video. But Russ Ruffino is amazing, man. He's just has some insights that are clarifying, and he only goes after high ticket folks, and he never says that his way is the only way, but he definitely has a way that works. So shout out for Bill, shout out for Russ Ruffino, and for you if you're a new member of the group, great. If you're watching this on YouTube, I'm hoping that you'll hit the subscribe button around here somewhere, because video for me is an easier medium than anything else, but I do like to write when I can sit and hold on to my thoughts long enough to write them and jot them down on paper. All right, so one other helpful lesson I want to give to you today is if you have nothing else, if you're kind of struggling to figure out where you can grab onto and grab a foothold into the marketplace, or latch onto something, that's what this motion was, then what I suggest you do is look for people with problems. One of the easiest places I can think of where, especially if you're a service provider, like a freelancer, brand builder or whatever, copywriter, is to use like sites like Guru and Upwork and Elance and stuff like that, because even the perception is you're always battling with people that are basically they're not very they're cheap, right? But I found a few 4- and 5-figure paydays on those sites because I do things a little bit differently. And what I've come to discover is a lot of the people that are going there, especially if they're new, if they don't know what they're doing, they're not sure what their kind of the price point is, and they go in there with this mindset that they're going to be able to outsource and hire some third world country dude from one of those third world countries, and they'll be able to work for peanuts because over there, the $50 US dollars is worth $1 million somehow in where they're living. That's not the case, and that in and of itself, that misguided thought, is something that you should keep in the back of your brain. A lot of people have been told that outsourcing is a big sort of thing that you can you should outsource everything, right? Yeah, the marketplace is crowded with gurus touting that you should go out and outsource everything. But if you don't know what to outsource, or if you're not sure what it is that you should be delegating, then that's a problem in and of itself. So what I do is highlight and add salt to problems. I found that that's a more effective way. Case in point, on my Upwork, just whenever this was, I guess this was 2 days ago, this guy responded to a post. He had something up there. He wanted to spend about $50 for a email thing, and I saw that he didn't have anything ordered there, and I saw that he had posted this, and I realized, that's not that hard. And he wrote back to me, look, this is what I need, I think I need, and he was going to send out. He's working with 15 schools with approximately 50 teachers per school. He wanted to give teachers an incentive to sit down with him for 10 minutes so that he could show them the benefits of having a retirement plan above what their pension will be when they retire in Florida. He's thinking about a flyer or email campaign offering $5 for 10, a $5 Starbucks gift card for 10 minutes of their time. He believes he can get the school principals to send an email blast to all teachers and staff. He just needs to have about a 5% or greater response. What are your thoughts, and do you think you can help me with this project? Yeah, I said, yeah, well, the easiest thing to do is make that your hook, $5 for 10 minutes of your time. Or have a Starbucks coffee on me, and I'll, and listen to me, listen to my pitch. How much more direct could that be, right? You're revealing what you're offering in exchange for them sitting down with you. It's the whole campaign. I said, I'll take $50. And he responded back with like a dope, like, oh, sort of like, I don't want to reveal it here because we had a back and forth, and I just basically was like, dude, like, what do that's the least of your problems. Do you know exactly what it is that you're trying to who you're trying to talk to and what you want them to do? And I added a little scarcity, and I said, look, sit down with me, get on the phone with me. You need a marketing strategy session is what you need, because you're not sure what you need. So I need to find out a little bit more about it, but pay me for an hour of my time. I said, give me $150. If you don't respond to this, I'm guessing you aren't interested. But yeah, you need more than this. Your problem is a little bit more basic, from my understanding, than what you need. So yeah, I hope you found that tidbit useful, I told him. And he wrote, yeah, you know what? Okay, yeah, I want to take you up on that offer. I believe you're the one that can help me. So I basically bumped him up. So I basically put something out there that would shake the tree. And I do this with a lot of folks. And it's an extra step that I cause for myself that I don't need to. But I do it because I found it weeds out the people that are really cheap or really afraid, or have too many barriers to work with me. And it's, frankly, when I do get them on the phone, it's usually a really easy conversational piece for me to lead them to up the ascension ladder. And a lot of people don't agree with this method. I just think it's easier for me. But you could test this theory out for yourself and find out what works for you. Now, this is just one way that works for me, because what I just shared with you was the 80-20 rule. Not everybody's going to respond and be like, yeah, I'll give you $150. No, but when you add salt to the wound, you highlight and point out how big their problem really is. A lot of the times they're like, man, it couldn't have been that simple. They can't believe it can be that simple. And if you have the answer, most of the time, especially us consultants, coaches, right? We're really, if it's staring us right in the face, we're really eager to either give it to them, which is the route I'd suggest you go with, or holding it back, right? Pay me first and I'll give you the answer, which is just kind of rough. It's kind of it's cheap, right? It's dangling the, it's like having the antidote and saying, no, I'll give you the antidote only if you give me what I need. It's smarmy. It's something wrong with it, at least in my opinion. The only time it's not is when it takes up too, because if it's something that you can quickly fix in advance, then I'm of the opinion it's not something that everybody will agree with, that you should probably share it when it's feasible, when it doesn't impede your ability to make a living. But if that's what you advertise you'd fix, then it's another thing, because there's an old adage that I know exactly where to knock, and it took me years to figure that out. You brought it to me, and I fixed your problem in a heartbeat. I could have dangled it, and I guess in different contexts and scenarios I might have, but I don't know. What do you think about that? Tell me what you think in the thoughts below, in the comments below. Anyway, hope you found this useful and helpful, and yeah, we'll just wait for the next one. Again, if you're watching this on YouTube, join up. If you're not in my Facebook group, join the Parlay Society. It's all about strategic thinking, lateral thinking, how to circumvent obstacles, just go around them. Sometimes we just ignore them altogether. Thanks so much. We'll talk to you soon.